everybody. Hi, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. We are so glad to be home. We just got back from a near month-long vacation. We went all the way to Moscow, Idaho. I live in South Texas, just southeast of San Antonio. And we went all the way up to the other side of the country and back. We left the 19th of July and just got back day before yesterday. So I have spent the last 2 days doing laundry. As all of you know, that always happens. You know, the motorhome has a washer and dryer, and I did laundry all the time, but I got back and there was laundry that I didn't have time to do before I left, and then there was all the sheets and the bedding and all of that too. So just lots and lots, but it's all done now. And then I went to the UPS store where I get my mail, and no kidding, we filled up the entire back end of my Explorer full of packages and mail and everything. So if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. My name is Becky. I do quilting, a lot of machine embroidery and some scan and cut stuff, and I do a lot of tutorials and sew-alongs and whatnot. But today I just want to visit with you guys. I just want to chit chat and tell you what's going on and how everything is happening. So you'll notice behind me this Boo panel. This is the panel that I picked up in my girlfriend's quilt shop in Logan, Utah. The shop is owned by Chris, who is the sister to Kim Christopherson, who owns Kimberbell. But I just love this panel. I thought it was so cute. I have the panel, and I had mentioned in my haul video, that's where you might have seen that. If you're a beginner quilter, just get yourself a panel and throw some borders on it. You know, I put 4.5-inch strips down both sides, and then on the top and bottom, straight seams. Very, very easy to do. And I did it using my Singer Featherweight, who is 13 years older than I am. Miss Texas. Took her along on the trip. Y'all won't believe what I did. I'm not going to tell you now. I'm not going to tell you now. I'll tell you in another video. So before I left, I had promised Julie from Designs by Juju that I was going to do a tutorial on putting together her placemat. And I have all of the fabrics picked out for it, and I did one video on how to create SVG files, cutting files from the embroidery files that you receive using Embrilliance. And I've got this block here done. This is just like straight embroidery applique. But anyway, so that is still in the queue to get that finished. And it's super cute. We have a Power Tools with Thread Facebook group. We're over 10,000 members in that Facebook group. That's crazy. Just a really, really nice group of people. I encourage you to join. It's private. We just sit in there and chat and ask questions and show, you know, what we've done, and it's a great little support community. But somebody put a picture in there where they had taken a placemat, and then there's another Halloween placemat, and they put them together into a long table runner. So that's a great idea. If you have these files, you might think about that. So that is in the queue to get done. And before I left, I started Pat Sloan's Summer Soiree, and that is using Figs and Shirtings Fat Quarter Bundle. And don't you know, I left it at home. Before we left, I had finished blocks 1 and 2. So I got those 2 done, and then I printed out the rest of the patterns, and here is block 3. I did this today, and I have 4, 5, 6, and 7 here. So I will get those done in the next 4 days. I've kind of figured I really had to kind of put myself on a schedule because I have so many projects. Those of you who watched my vacation fabric haul video probably got an idea of how much I got while I was, and that's only part of it because there's a part 2. I'll do that later. I'm having you know, it's all right down here below the table. It's waiting to be shown to you guys. But I've kind of decided I'm going to go ahead and make myself a schedule where I'm just going to work on all of my projects for an hour. 1 hour. And I have a little timer I can do on my watch here. And I'll just work on it for an hour. And when the timer goes off, I'll come to a stopping point and I'll go to the next one. And I really got a lot done today using that philosophy. So that was really good. I finished the rows. I put the rows together for Villa Rosa Designs Junebug quilt in an hour. So I had the 2 rows done, and then I had the other 3 rows that needed to have the sashing put between them. So I got that all done. And then tomorrow what I'm going to do is put those rows together into the quilt top. And I have an idea to make little ladybug antenna in around on the heads, and then I think I want to make little black dots on the wings. So that would be cool. And I'll have to cut the black dots with the Scan and Cut because I'm not going to do that myself. So besides, it would come out looking like a 4-year-old did it. I even have a protractor. It doesn't matter. It wouldn't matter. But so I'm really excited to do that. And then I'm going to use Simply Applique to create all of the placement stitches, tack down stitches. I don't know if I'm gonna, I'll probably blanket stitch those dots on the wings. You know I don't want to do that by hand. I have, let's see, it's 4 across and 5 down, so it's 20 ladybugs. And you figure like 3 to 4 dots on each wing. That's 8 dots per bug. 8 times 20 is 100 dots. Different sizes? No, thank you. I'm going to automate that. And if you are new and are unaware, Simply Applique is a software, works with every home embroidery machine, regardless of the brand, and it will allow you to automate your embroidery, applique embroidery, and it's a fabulous process. If you're intrigued, just search in YouTube search box, search Simply Applique, and my videos on it will come up and you can take a look at that. It's very cool. And I wanted to tell you, All Brands, which is where I got my copy, has Simply Applique right now for $169, which is the cheapest it has ever been. And so if you want to get that, I highly encourage you to. I'm going to be doing a lot more tutorials on Simply Applique because I have a load of applique projects to do. I got lots of patterns from Amy Bradley Designs, who's one of my favorite designers. She's so fun. Also, I picked up a Halloween quilt kit that has some applique in it, and I'm going to go ahead and create that using the Simply Applique as well. So I will show you that and talk about that kit when I do part 2 of my fabric haul. All right, in the fabric haul video, part 1, I had mentioned I got tuppence from Christine at Jelly Rolls To Go. She's an online store, and I picked up the tuppence charm pack and some extra fabric to make a tote. And I put, this was another hour today that I did. I put my tuppence, this is going to be 1 piece of the tote, one half. I still have to trim off these edges. And I did this one as well. So I got all those. So there's my totes, the sides of my tote. Use that Pelon 987F. Oh gosh, you guys, all over the Facebook, you guys jumped on that and said you just love it. It's great. It's great stuff. So I'm real happy with it too. So that's what's on the back of this. That's what I started to tell you. See, I'm tired. I'm just like me all over the place. That Boo panel behind me is backed with that Pelon 987F. I just love the drape of it, and I really want to thank Christine for telling me all about it. I'm always late to the party, you guys. So I got my tote panels done in an hour, and this is going to be the lining, and oh, it is Moda tuppence. Christine told me you guys bought her out. Y'all are crazy. That's nuts. Here's that Pelon product I was talking about. She still has more of this. So this is that 987F that I got, and it's one side fusible and the other side very soft drape. I just love it. It's just wonderful. You'll be hearing more about jelly rolls to go. So I don't want to put this on the floor, but I just vacuumed, so it should be okay. Let's see, what did I want to tell you? Can you guys tell I have better audio? I went ahead and purchased I can't remember the name of it. What is it? It is called Ceramonic. And this is called a lavalier microphone. It's that little thing that goes on my neck, and it's wireless. So the receiver is on the camera, and then I can walk around. And there are two of them that I got. I got these at Best Buy. I'll link, if I can find them, I'll link to them below. Those of you that want to start channels or whatever. So I have I carry one, and then when I was doing my quilt store, kind of a virtual shop hop while we were on vacation, I put whoever was showing me around, I gave them a microphone. And that's really cool because they can be far away from me, but the receiver picks them up the same. And so it's cool. It sounds like they're standing right next to me. And that was just awesome. It was a fabulous solution for that. And I'm just really, really pleased with it. While I was on vacation, a couple of packages came in. There was a Missouri Star deal for Gnome Antics. It's a Christmas line, and it was just, I don't know, 10-inch squares of these. It's 10 karat crystals by Wilmington. Very cute, came in. I didn't get any coordinating fabric with it. Also from Hancock's of Paducah, this is called Jot Dot, and I got this. I don't have two cameras going, you guys. It's late and I'm tired. This is the cream, and then I also got the orange and the red and the black. Let me come up close so you can see. So these are the Jot Dot fabrics. I'm kind of getting away from using solids and really going to more tone on tone. This is the red, that was the black. And here is the orange. I thought the black and the orange would be great for Halloween stuff. And then this is actually called Marshmallow. I got that one. And so I got 2 yards of each of these. And then they had same in 108s. And I picked this up in the red. I thought that would be great to do the back of a Christmas quilt or even a patriotic. The Jot Dot fabrics are just so versatile. You can use them everywhere. Now the orange really is, I know it's tone on tone, but it really looks more like a print than the red does, doesn't it? So I probably wouldn't use this in place of a solid, but I would certainly use this. I don't know why. I needed it, right? I bought a couple of t-shirts from a sewing room while we were on the road, and they came in, and this one, a lot of you pointed it out to me in the Facebook group. It says, "Of course I'm working." It's a power tool with thread, right? And I really like it. The shirt is fine. It fits fine. I get the extra large like I always do, and a V-neck, so you have to pay a little extra for that. And I got 2 others. I got a white one with something on it, and then this one shows up in my feed all the time. It's the one, those of you that have Facebook, it's a pile of fabric with a hand up that says I'm okay because the person's been buried. Well, this looks okay on white, and I didn't want it in white. I wanted it in purple, and you can't see the I'm okay on either side of the hand. It just disappears. But I have the technology to fix that because I have a scan and cut and some vinyl iron-on. I'm going to make a copy of this on my printer, and then I'm going to scan in that copy so I get exactly the right size. I'll enlarge the letters just a tiny bit so that they go all around the edges, and then I will cut that out of white iron-on vinyl or something that will be seen, and then you will be able to see the I'm okay on my new t-shirt. So that's kind of cool. Isn't it great when you can fix things yourself? I love that. Although for a $30 t-shirt, I shouldn't have to. So a lot of you ask me, where do I get my shirts? They pop up in Facebook ads most of the time. And if you're not on Facebook, you wouldn't see them. And it's really weird the way they do that. You You go to click on it, and I don't know what company it is. I think there's someplace out in New York or New Jersey. They just get these orders, and these people just screen print these on t-shirts by the millions every day and send them out. And the company changes all the time, so I try to go with them when they're on sale or a little bit cheaper. Those of you that are Scan and Cut owners have asked me about the new rotary blade for Scan and Cut. I watched the entire video, it's over an hour long, of the brother ambassadors. There, Angela Wolf was hosting and Cindy Hogan was there. And Cindy is a Scan and Cut expert. And what I gathered from that, I will probably get the blade, but that blade is not really designed for fabric that has been stabilized like I do with heat and bond on the back of my fabrics. So my primary use, this is me, my primary use for the Scan and Cut is to scan in paper patterns for applique and then cut out the fabric pieces using the Scan and Cut and then create the FCM file from the Scan and Cut and use that in Simply Applique. Well, I don't use the Scan and Cut really for anything else. It's just not my jam. I don't want to. There's nothing I would make. If you are cutting lace or you are cutting chiffon or organza or any of those difficult fabrics, you would probably want to get that blade. I think it would probably be something you'd really, really like. I'm gonna get it just because, so I have it, because you never know, but primarily I won't be using that blade. So that was kind of what I gathered out of that video. And if you are going to upgrade and get that new SDX 330, I recommend please order it from All Brands. They're a fabulous company out of Louisiana, and they are allowed to sell Scan and Cuts from Brother all over the country. Not so much on sewing machines. Brother's kind of funny about dealers in certain states and all that, but I didn't mean to get into that. Okay. So what else? I got a lot down here. Y'all, there's piles everywhere. Out of camera lens range, piles. And that's real stressful to me because I like my sewing room real neat. And I've got a lot of stuff to do. I just boxed up a whole bunch of fashion fabric that I am shipping off to Raton, New Mexico. I'm going to send it to the Patchwork Phoenix. That nice lady out there does free sewing classes for the young people in the area, and told myself I was going to do that. So I'll be going to UPS tomorrow and getting that box in the mail. It's probably going to be $100 worth of shipping. All right. That's it, you guys. Thank you so much for visiting. I hope you please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. That's very good for my channel. I really appreciate it. And we will talk to you soon. Go sew something. Bye.